from RTO here, and welcome to another classic album review. Now this week, I thought I would go and have a look at a band that I don't know too much about, except that I know that they keep being nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the bids fail. And I thought, what? Let's have a look at this band. I've never heard anything, so I went and thought, let's have a look at their albums. And everyone seems to think that their debut album, Rage Against the Machine, is the best. So we are talking about Rage Against the Machine, of course. Now, they were formed in Los Angeles in 1991. And the band is vocalist Zach de La Rocha, bassist and vocalist Tim Comerford, guitarist Tom Morello, drummer Brad Wilk. Now the band is known for meddling heavy metal and rap music with punk rock and funk influences, so a bit of everything. But they're also known for their socialist political views as well. They've sold over 16 million records worldwide. And they have been nominated for the induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017, 18, 19 and 2021, where their bids failed. But rap acts, proper rap acts get in, and music that's got nothing to do with rock and roll. But that's another subject. So I thought we'll have a look at their debut album. Now, Rage Against the Machine was released in 1992 on Epic Records. And the way it came about, the band released their first commercial demo tape of the same name 11 months prior to the album's release. The tape contained earlier recordings of 7 of the 10 songs on this album. So there you go. So the band, again, on this one is Zach de La Rocha on vocals, or Rocha, Tom Morello guitars, Tim Comerford on backing vocals and bass, and Brad Wilk. Additional musicians on here, additional vocals, Maynard, James Keenan on Know Your Enemy, and Stephen Perkins for some extra percussion. Assistant engineer are Craig Dubett and Stan Katayama. First track on here is called Bombtrack. Now, I'd never heard this album, so it was just wow, and I thought, this is good. The riffs are brilliant, they're really heavy. Now this soulful rapping sound, some vocals, I thought, this is interesting, but I think it worked. It's quite a good track, I quite like that. Then we get Killing in the Name. I think this has got a great bass line. From Tim, I think it's really good. It's really gritty. And you get some great riffs from Tom Morello. Now, I've heard of Tom Morello. He's a really good guitarist. And I think I was really impressed. It's that different style of vocal that gives it that twist. And I was really impressed with it. Take Back the Power. Again, we got a great bass line. And you got this mixture of rapping and singing from Zach. Very unusual technique, I think, and the riffs are really good. Then we get Settle for Nothing. This is quite eerie. The bass line is eerie and mystique. Some lovely guitar pieces from Tom on this. And then you've got Zach's different approach to singing. Bullet in the Head. Musically, I like this. I don't like the vocal delivery on this. Doesn't do anything for me. Know Your Enemy. Now, this is one track I do know, and I didn't realise I did. It features Maynard, James Keenan. And I do like this track, and it's got a great riff from Tom Morello. Then we get Wake Up. Not so keen on this. This is a bit shouty and no. I do like the bass line though. Now my favourite track is a track on here called Fistful of Steel. For some reason, I just love that riff. I got locked into it. And it's a great vocal from Zach actually. It's a terrific little track. Township Rebellion. Love the bit in the middle. The bass line is good. Some great freaky guitar solo from Tom. Freedom. It's the last track. Lovely middle section of the interplay between Tom and Tim is really good, complementing each other. Then you get Brad's drumming on this, which is good, and the drumming on this all the way through is good. Okay, as I said at the top of the show, I don't know too much about this track, this album, but you know, when it goes 3 times platinum and it only managed 17 in UK in the 45, you wonder how it did so well. So I think it's an interesting formula. So having listened to this album, I am going to listen to the rest of them now, and at some stage I'll do a full ranking on them. You know, I just want to listen to the rest of them now. It's got me sort of intrigued into them, and so I'm going to see what all the fuss is about this band. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. Yeah, it did all. I mean, you're looking at how it did all over the world. I mean, it top 10 album in New Zealand. It got to 12 in Australia, so it did well. And as I said, platinum both in England and America. Okay, that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow, where we've got the last part of the John Mitchell story. And it's a band that he wasn't a full member of. They're called the Legacy Pilots. Now, it's the brainchild of a German musician called Frank Huse. And basically, he gets together loads of people in prog, modern prog, and it's the who's who on each album. And John does appear on 1 or 2 tracks on the albums. I wanted to do them because they're pretty good anyway, and I thought, well, we'll do it at the end of the John Mitchell story, because he does feature on 1 or 2 tracks on every album. So that's what we're doing. And tomorrow's retro ranking is a little bit of one of them. We're doing another childhood memories. Now, back in the day, we had a program on the radio on the weekend called Junior Choice, and all these songs used to appear on Junior Choice. So we're doing a top 20 of children's songs. Well, I think everybody, it doesn't matter where you're in the world, you may know some of these. So that's all coming up tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Look out for another short. Go and check out the shorts, because it's just little album snippets of albums, ones you know and some that you probably don't. So bye for now.